You wouldn't think that a Hollywood actor would really have much time for anything, especially hobbies, between interviews, movie schedules, different things like that. But a lot of them do have hobbies. And when we think of our generation and an actor that had a hobby, he unfortunately passed away doing that hobby. And as sad as it is, we're going to talk about it on this episode of Hauntings, Homicide, and Hearsay. Welcome back to Hauntings, Homicide, and Hearsay. Episode 13 now. Episode 13.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 11.
However, people that come into contact with what this episode's about, they're not so lucky.
I really thought you were going to say people that come on me. Whoa, buddy. Come into contact with me. Jesus.
People that come on Ashley are just not lucky.
Are jizz unlucky.
Can confirm.
Eat shit.
Oh, so what are we talking about today? I'm not asking you.
I wanted to show off my knowledge.
I wasn't actually asking you. Nobody cares about you.
I know.
This is the Steven Show today.
No.
Yeah, it's my episode. Oh, so today we are going to talk about James Dean.
I knew it.
And his very, very unlucky car.
But it's pretty.
It was pretty.
It's funny that we're doing this because I'm talking about Supernatural with Katie right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, they had an episode with James Dean's car.
Oh, yeah. So that's why you caught on then.
No.
Oh. Okay.
No, I knew what you were talking about after a second because you threw me off with you said NASCAR earlier.
I was trying to figure out what my intro was going to be.
But NASCAR threw me off. All I could think of was either, like I said, Logan Lucky or that one that Chris Hemsworth and Zemo were in. That man doesn't have a real name anymore.
I don't even know his real name, to be honest with you. Neither do you, apparently.
It's just Zemo.
Oh, Lord. So, man, this week was a lot better than last week. Can we just say that?
No one was in the urgent care, the hospital, the pediatrician's office. Everybody pooped regularly.
It was a relatively normal week.
It went by fast.
Yeah, except for the last 3 hours of work today.
Sorry about your luck.
Lord almighty. That drug on and on and on. Much like our intro is right now.
I can't help you.
I don't have any memes today. I forgot to get some in my phone.
You haven't been doing homework on memes. I've been saving so many memes. You? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any. And my phone's recording video right now because we might have a YouTube channel now that I made. So, we'll talk about that later.
Notice that you didn't say we'll talk about this now or give me a heads up. Glad I put makeup on.
So in that case, guys, if you like video versions of podcasts, you can head over to YouTube and just search Hauntings, Homicide, and Hearsay podcast.
What about BoobTube?
You can go to BoobTube, too. I don't care.
Pornhub. We better not be on Pornhub.
I'm not. You are.
What?
My wife's going to be pissed when she finds out she has an OnlyFans.
There it is. There's the meme. Really found the meme on that one.
There we go. So, I guess we'll just jump right into this. So, James Dean was a Hollywood actor, acted in many films from 1950 to 1955.
Rebel Without a Cause
is one of them.
I know.
Yes. One of few because he only had a 5-year career.
Yeah, I know.
He was also a pro race car driver who had a passion for racing from a young age.
Mama, I'm going fast. I'm sorry.
Too fast.
Talladega Nights. I thought you were going to say too soon. And I was like, Steven, he's been dead for so long.
In April of 1954, after securing a co-star role in the film East of Eden.
Oh, that's a good movie. I'm sorry.
Dean purchased a 1955 Triumph Tiger T110 motorcycle and later would go on to purchase a pre-owned 1953 MG TD sports car. Later in 1955, he would trade that vehicle in and purchase a new 1955 Porsche Speedster. So just before Dean began filming on Rebel Without a Cause, he competed in the Palm Springs road races with the Porsche on March 26th and 27th. He placed first in the novice class race on March 26th and placed second overall in the main race on the 27th.
That's my daddy's birthday.
Yes.
Why'd you have to think about
I had
it?
to double check that it was March. I thought I said May for some reason. Because this next sentence, on May 1st and 2nd of that same year, Dean raced at Bakersfield and finished first in his class and third overall in those races. So the dude was skilled. Like, he knew what he was doing behind the wheel of a car.
Those race cars are entirely different than race cars today. So,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't have talent, but it's an entirely different sport now.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the cars go a hell of a lot faster now, too. On Memorial Day of that year, he raced the Speedster yet again in Santa Barbara. He started in 18th position and worked his way up to 4th, but never finished the race due to blowing out a piston.
I thought you were going to say blowing out his asshole.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So, no.
What is wrong with you?
Never finished because he blew. That's your asshole blowing out. Okay.
So, anyway, during the filming of Giant from June to September of that year, Warner Brothers banned Dean from all racing activities, but in the meantime, he put down a deposit on a new vehicle, a Lotus Mark 9. He was told the delivery of the vehicle would be delayed until fall of that year, so in the meantime, he traded in his Porsche for a newer, more powerful 1955 Porsche 550 Spyder and entered into the upcoming Salinas Road Race event, which was scheduled for October 1st and 2nd. He named his car Little Bastard and had a custom job done to put the name on the car. Little Bastard was also Dean's nickname given to him by friend and Hollywood stunt driver Bill Hickman. In turn, Dean would call Bill Big Bastard.
Also, that whole delay feels really familiar right now, doesn't it? On vehicles.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
I don't even want to. Why would you even bring that up?
I like to
Why
hurt
would
your feelings.
Yeah, you did hurt me.
To hurt you real good.
I hate you. So on September 30th, 1955, Dean and his Porsche factory-trained mechanic, Rolf Wutherick, I think I'm saying that right, were at Competition Motors in Hollywood preparing the Little Bastard for the weekend sports car races at Salinas. Dean originally intended to tow the Porsche behind his 1955 Ford Country Squire station wagon driven by Hickman and accompanied by professional photographer Sanford H. Roth, who was planning a photo story of Dean at the races for Collier's magazine. Because the Spyder did not have enough quote-unquote break-in miles prior to the... That's crazy to think that you had to break in an engine before
Didn't you just say
raced
something
it.
like this to a customer?
Yeah, but the break-in period doesn't really exist anymore.
Then why the hell y'all talking about it?
Because it makes people feel better. You tell them, okay, take it easy for the first 500 miles and then come get an oil change. It just makes people feel better. But with a Corvette C8, there's only a couple things you have to do and it's ready for the track. Literally off the factory floor, you have to immediately flush the transmission fluid.
Why?
It's just what they tell you to do. And then there's one other thing, but I can't remember right now. But honestly, most of our customers aren't
Racing
them. So now a Corvette Z06, that one that's track ready immediately from the factory floor.
Saying that you have to flush the transmission immediately makes me feel like you're putting shit, not you specifically, but makes me feel like they're putting shitty trans fluid in there.
No.
They just stood around and were like, like spitting into the trance. They were like, yeah, that'll be fine.
No, because typically people will like drive them for a little bit and then decide they want to take them on the track. So you've got some miles on it.
Oh, like you get a handle on it. You get the feel for the car.
Exactly. And then they tell you to flush the trans fluid. And I can't remember what the other thing is, but there's one other thing that they tell you to do, and then it's track ready.
Track ready, bitch.
Z06.
Track ready, bitch.
Different story.
Huh. Okay.
So Wutherick recommended that Dean drive it to Salinas to get more seat time behind the wheel. The group had coffee and donuts at the Hollywood Ranch Market on Vine Street across from Competition Motors before leaving around 1:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
What a fucking 1950s thing to do.
Go have some donuts and coffee.
Yeah, like... I think if I looked at any... 99% of my friends today and said, hey, let's go get coffee and donuts, they'd be like, or what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
let's
not.
Yeah. So they stopped for gas at a mobile station on Ventura Boulevard at Beverly Glen Boulevard in Sherman Oaks around 2 p.m. The group then headed north on the Golden State Highway, U.S. Route 99, now part of Interstate 5, and then over the Grapevine towards Bakersfield. At 3:30 p.m., Dean was stopped by California Highway Patrolman Odie V. Hunter at Mettler Station south of Bakersfield for driving, 65 miles per hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone.
Bitch,
That's
please.
my normal commute.
Dude, what was I doing the other day to get down to my appointment? Okay, I was going through a 55 doing 85.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to stop.
Yeah. Hickman, following the Spider in the Ford Country Squire with the trailer, was also ticketed for driving 20 miles per hour over the limit.
What a bitch.
As the speed limit for all vehicles towing a trailer was 45 miles per hour. After receiving the citations, Dean and Hickman headed west onto SR 166/33 to avoid going through Bakersfield's slow 25 mile per hour downtown district. That road was a known shortcut for sports car drivers going to Salinas called the Racers Road, which took them directly to Blackwell's Corner at U.S. Route 466, later would be called SR 46. At approximately 5:15 p.m., Dean and Hickman left Blackwell's Corner, driving west on Route 466 toward Paso Robles. I don't know.
Paso Robles?
Sure, we're going to go with that. And I don't speak Spanish.
Mark twice if you're in Milwaukee. What?
Milwaukee.
Oh my god.
Listen, I've been hitting the Dahmer real hard.
Never mind. I was going to say so did the guy that killed him.
At approximately 5:15 p.m., Dean and Hickman left Blackwell's Corner, driving west on Route 466 towards Paso Robles, approximately 60 miles away. Dean accelerated in the Little Bastard and left the Ford station wagon far behind. Further along on Route 466, the Porsche crested Polonio Pass and headed down the long Antelope Grade, passing cars along the way toward the junction of Route 466 and Route 41. Were you going to make a joke about how Fords leave themselves behind?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the face out of the corner of my eye and I was like, it's a Ford joke. Yes.
Also,
I'm here for it.
All I could think when you were like leaving it behind, I'm like, that was the first thing was a Ford joke, followed closely by "You want to see some real speed, bitch?" No.
At approximately 5:45 p.m., a two-tone black and white 1950 Ford Tudor was headed east on Route 466, just west of the junction near Shandon. Its driver, 23-year-old U.S. Navy veteran by the name of Donald Turnipseed.
Sounds like an alias. That's a fake fucking name.
Yeah. He made a left turn onto Route 41 headed north toward Fresno.
The most dangerous kind of turn you can make. Statistically, I'm serious.
Yeah. As Turnipseed's Ford crossed over the center line, Dean, clearly seeing an imminent crash, apparently tried to steer the Spider in a sidestepping racing maneuver, but with insufficient time and space, the two cars collided almost head-on. A witness, John Robert White, reportedly saw the Spider smash into the ground 2 or 3 times and do cartwheels Landed in a gully beside the shoulder of the road northwest of the junction.